everyone, welcome back to Cooking Sorted. This is where I share recipes and kitchen hacks that actually work. Today I am making my version of creamy Alfredo pasta with lots of tips along the way. So let's get started. First things first, let's cook our pasta. I'm adding in 700 ml of water into a pan, followed by 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of oil. Here is a quick tip. I always grease just above the water line with a few drops of oil. This acts like a barrier and helps prevent the water from spilling over once it boils. Now let's add in our pasta. Today I've taken penne pasta. You can take any pasta of your choice. We'll cook it until it's firm to the bite, which is about 90%, not too soft, not too mushy. Once the pasta has cooked to 90%, I drain it and rinse it under cold water. This stops cooking and keeps the pasta from sticking together. Okay, let's get our veggies ready. I've taken 1 large onion, 1 whole capsicum and 1 medium-sized carrot. And finally chopping it all. You can add any other veggies of your choice like broccoli, mushrooms, anything works here. Now for the sweet corn, here is my favorite tip. Instead of using a knife, I loosen 2 to 3 rows first because they are always the tightest. Then using the palm of my thumb, I just push the rest sideways. This way you get whole corn kernels and it takes less than a minute to get the cob done. Time to saute the vegetables. In a pan, I am adding about 1.5 tablespoons of garlic butter. Once it melts, I am going in with the onions and sauteing them until they turn nice and translucent. Now I'm adding in the capsicum, carrots and sweet corn, and here is a quick hack. I always add about 1 teaspoon of sugar when I saute veggies. It really helps to lock in and retain their bright color. Then I'm seasoning with 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of crushed pepper and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme and any other seasoning of your choice. Give it a good toss and once done, I transfer everything to a plate. I like to use the same plate I'll eat from later, which is less cleaning and more eating. To make the white sauce pasta, now in the same pan, so we don't use too many utensils, I'm going to make the white sauce. I'm adding 2 cubes of butter and 1.5 tablespoons of maida. Cook this for a minute until the raw smell of flour goes away. I'm slowly adding in 1.5 cups of milk and stirring it continuously so we don't get lumps. As the milk starts to thicken, I'm adding 2 cubes of grated cheese. Grating helps it melt faster and blend in smoothly. Once that's melted, I add in the seasoning, a teaspoon of oregano or any Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of chilli flakes and about a teaspoon of crushed pepper. Mix it all until the sauce turns smooth and creamy. Now it's time to bring everything together. Add the sauteed veggies and cook pasta straight into the sauce. Give it all a good mix until every piece of pasta is nicely coated in that creamy Alfredo sauce. As a final touch, I'm topping it off with some spring onions. Here is another quick tip. I usually freeze my spring onions since I don't finish them